Hello, I'm Chef Reena Dongre. Welcome you all once again to my channel Food Prod Notes. Today we are going to discuss about the quick breads. Quick bread is any bread which is leavened with leavening agents other than yeast. An advantage of quick breads is their ability to be prepared quickly and reliably without requiring the time consuming skilled labor and the climate control needed for traditional yeast breads. This is how Wikipedia has defined quick breads. So, thus, quick breads are the perfect solution for food service operations that want to offer their patrons fresh, homemade bread products but can't justify the labor cost of making yeast breads. Thus, retail bakeries have discovered a great demand for such quick breads like fresh muffins. Also, quick breads have the advantage of being easily made in almost unlimited varieties using the ingredients like whole wheat flour, rye flour, cornmeal, bran, oatmeal, and many kinds of fruits, nuts, and spices. Lately, the breads made with vegetables have become very popular. As the name implies, quick breads are quick to make. Because they are leavened by chemical leaveners and stale and not by yeast, no fermentation time is necessary. They are usually tender products with little gluten development, for which mixing them takes just a few minutes. So, some of the examples for quick bread may include cakes, brownies, cookies, as well as banana bread, beer bread, cornbread, muffins, pancakes, scones, etc. The two mixers for quick breads are generally of two types. First is soft dough, which is used for biscuits. However, there can be few exceptions like rolled out and cut into desired shapes. The another one is batters, which might be either pour batters, which are liquid enough to be poured, or drop batters, which are thick enough to be dropped from a spoon in lumps. Since we are talking about breads, let's talk about the gluten development as well. In quick breads, only slight gluten development is desirable. Tenderness is a desirable quality rather than the chewy quality of many yeast breads. In addition, chemical leavening agents do not create the same kind of texture the yeast does, and they are not strong enough to create a light, tender product if the gluten is too strong. Muffin, loaf bread, and pancake batters are mixed as little as possible only until the dry ingredients are moistened. Also, the presence of fat and sugar keeps the gluten development low. Overmixing muffin batter produces not only toughness but also irregular shapes and large elongated holes inside the muffin, which is called as tunneling. Biscuit dough is often lightly kneaded, enough to help develop some flakiness but not sufficient to toughen the product. In the quick bread category, popovers are the exception. They are made with a thin batter and leavened only by steam. Very large holes develop inside the product as is visible in the picture during the baking, and the structure has to be strong enough to hold up without collapsing. So, bread flour is used and the batter is mixed well to develop the gluten. And that's why it is an exception where gluten development is more as compared to any other quick bread. Also, the high percentage of egg in popovers helps to build the structure. Now let's discuss about the mixing methods. Most quick bread dough and batters are mixed by one of the three mixing methods, that is biscuit method, muffin method and creaming method. So first shall discuss the biscuit method, which is used for biscuits, scones and similar products. It is sometimes called the pastry method because it is like that used for making pie pastry or short crust pastry. While discussing about the mixing methods, let's also talk about the makeup method. First, let's discuss the procedure for the biscuit method, in which all the ingredients are scaled accurately. Later, the dry ingredients are sieved together in a mixing bowl. The fat is cut into these dry ingredients to achieve coarse cornmeal consistency. All the liquid ingredients in the recipe are combined, and this liquid is added into dry ingredients and mixed to form a soft dough. The dough should be soft and slightly elastic but not sticky. Once the mixing is been done, then the makeup is done for the biscuits. Normally, the biscuits are rolled for 1 centimeter thickness, and it has to be ensured that the thickness is maintained throughout. Then the dough is cut using various biscuit cutters to give shapes. Biscuits usually become double in size after the baking, and care has to be taken to bake the biscuits as soon as the dough is ready. Next is the muffin method, which is used for muffins, pancakes, waffles, and many loaf type or sheet type quick breads. This method is fast and easy. The only danger is that the dough can quickly become overmixed, resulting in toughness. Muffin batter should be mixed only until the dry ingredients are just moistened. The attempt to achieve a smooth batter without lumps might result in the toughness of the product. Some loaf breads and coffee cakes are higher in fat and sugar than muffins, so they can withstand a little more mixing without becoming tough. This method is not as suitable for formulas which are high in fat content. So for mixing through muffin method, all the dry ingredients are sieved together. All the liquid ingredients are mixed together, including melted fat or oil. The liquids are then added to dry ingredients and mix just until the flour is moistened. The batter will look lumpy, but that is fine. This batter has to be panned and baked immediately. For makeup, the muffin tins and loaf pans can be greased and dusted with flour. Sheet pans for cornbread or any other sheet products can be lined with silicone paper. It does not have high fat content, and the batters for muffins and quick bread loaves are interchangeable. Next is the creaming method, which is a cake mixing method which is sometimes applied to muffins and loaf breads. Actually, there is no exact dividing line between muffin products and cakes. And if they are rich enough, muffin products may be considered cakes rather than breads. For the creaming method, the fat, sugar, salt, and milk powder, if it is there in the recipe, are creamed till light and fluffy. Eggs are added in 2 or 3 stages, creaming well before adding more eggs. The flour, baking powder, and other dry ingredients are sieved. The liquid ingredients in the recipe are stirred together, and then the dry ingredients alternately with the liquid ingredients are mixed into the creamed fat and sugar until they are mixed evenly. These are some of the examples of the quick bread. Beer bread, as the name suggests, it is leavened using a beer. Corn bread, it is made using the muffin method. It can also be converted into muffins or sticks. Next is banana bread, which is very popular, and it is made using the muffin method. The difference between a banana bread and banana cake would be the use of pastry flour or cake flour. As a quick bread, banana bread would be using pastry flour, the sugar which would be 40%, and fat which would not be more than 33%. Whereas the same can be made into a cake like by using cake flour, fat which will be increased to 40%, and sugar has to be increased to 60%. Next is soda bread, where the leavening agent is baking soda. Waffles, which can be served as an accompaniment with the savory items, or it can be sweet as well, served with maple syrup and fresh cream. Steamed bread, where instead of baking, the bread is being steamed. These are the references used for making the video. Thank you very much for watching.